Hello, Internet. Today I have, well, not really a top 10 list, but like the first 10 books I'm going to read in 2015. Actually, they're probably not the first, but 10 books I'm going to read in 2015. So, to start off, I have the book I'm currently reading, which is Silhouette by Justin Richards. It's a Doctor Who book. It has the 12th Doctor, as played by Peter Capaldi, Jenna Coleman's Clara as a companion, and also has Madame Vastra, Strax, and Jenny. Takes place in Victorian England. And there's these shadow creatures going around and killing people. It's awesome. I love Doctor Who. Next book I want to read in 2015 is Unholy Night by Seth Grahame-Smith. He wrote Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. This book is about 3 murderous thieves who stumble upon the nativity scene. It's kind of a what if the 3 wise men were actually trying to kill people. I haven't read it yet, obviously it's on this list, but I got it out of the library at Christmas time and it's been a month already, so I'm going to put it on the internet and maybe I will read this book. The next 2 are H.P. Lovecraft books, also I got out of the library. I read a lot of sci-fi and fantasy and actually haven't read much H.P. Lovecraft, period. So the 2 books I got out are Things on the Doorstep and Other Weird Stories, which is a collection of short stories, and Dreams and Fancies, which is a collection of journal entries and dreams he had. These should be really interesting reading. So, those are the books I have in the library. Must read first, pretty much. Have to read in 2015. I have a cat, not a ghost. Next book is Coraline by Neil Gaiman, which I got for Christmas. I've seen the movie. It's about a girl who lives in a house and like enters through this door and finds like an alternate version of her house where everything's slightly weird and creepy. It's a kid's book, so hopefully I'll read it quickly. Can knock it out in an afternoon. Okay, so those are my top 5. Or first 5 books. Also on the cheating scale is North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell, which I am on chapter like 2 or 3 of. I started reading it. I hope to finish it this year. But yeah, I really like the BBC adaptation, and there's a web series on YouTube called East and West, also based off of this, so that's why that's on my list. Next book is Fairest by Marissa Meyer, which is coming out, and I'm super excited. Last year I found the wonderful book Cinder, which is the first book in Lunar Chronicles. It's about a cyborg who gets to go to the ball and be Cinderella. And the other 2 books are Scarlet and Cress in the series. So Fairest is book 4, and I'm so excited. Also Shadow Scale by Rachel Hartman is coming out this year in, I think, March. And it's the sequel to Seraphina, which I read over a year ago, and I've been like, I want the sequel. So, yay! Get to read this finally. Seraphina is a book that happens in like a fantasy world where there's dragons, and I don't want to spoil it, so I don't know how much I can say, but it is a really good book, so I can't wait for the sequel. I also want to read the Night School books by C.J. Daugherty, which I just found out about because there's a internet web series about them. The main character is a girl who gets arrested and goes... she gets sent to boarding school, and while she's there, she gets invited to join a secret society called Night School with all the rich and popular kids. And apparently it's a thriller, and I want to read these books. They sound interesting. At number 10, I have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. It's the first in the Mortal Instrument books, so I want to read them.